Now, a special court in Uttar Pradesh has sentenced a couple to death for filming and selling pornographic videos of minor children on the dark web 6 years ago in Chitrakoot. The Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Court in Banda delivered the verdict after a lengthy hearing. The convicts Ram Bhavan, a junior engineer in the irrigation department, and his wife Durgavati were found guilty under multiple provisions of the Indian Penal Code, the POCSO Act and the Information Technology Act. Section 377 of the IPC was also applied as the offences occurred before it was read down by the Supreme Court. The court ordered capital punishment for both and directed the state and central governments to provide rupees 10 lakh each to the families of the identified victims. Investigators said the accused targeted children aged 5 to 16, lured and sexually abused them, and recorded the acts using mobile phones and other devices. During searches, the CBI recovered rupees 8 lakh in cash, 12 mobile phones, 2 laptops, a hard disk, 6 pen drives. A forensic analysis has confirmed large volumes of child sexual abuse material which was circulated and sold, including to foreign buyers through encrypted platforms and darknet channels. The probe identified 33 child victims initially, with statements from individuals aged 4 to 22 included in the charge sheet. Siddharth Pratap Singh is there with us to get us more details on this. Siddharth, for how long were they carrying out these illicit activities?
In a major verdict, a special court on Friday slapped a couple with a death sentence for filming and selling minor children pornography videos on the dark web. The incident happened in Uttar Pradesh, Chitrakoot 6 years ago. The Protection of Children from Sexual Offences POCSO court in Banda during the special hearing announced its verdict in the case, which is considered one of the region's most disturbing child exploitation case. The convicts of Ram Bhavan, a junior engineer who worked at the irrigation department, and his wife Durgavati, a housewife. The court found the people guilty under several provisions of the Indian Penal Code of POCSO Act of the Information Technology Act. Section 377 of the IPC has also invoked as the couple committed offence before it was read down by the top court. The special bench awarded capital punishment to both couples and instructed the UP government and the central government to provide 10 lakhs each to the families of the victims who are identified as a financial assistance. The entire case was probed by the Central Bureau of Investigation. The couple was arrested in 2020 after reports of child sexual abuse in Banda, Chitrakoot and other districts. CBI states the accused couple targeted small kids which were aged between 5 to 16 years from their neighborhood. They used to lure them, sexually abuse them, and the record video of heinous act of CBI teams recovered the 5 mobile phones, 2 laptops and rupees 8 lakh cash from the accused couple residence. They also seized a hard disk and 6 pen drives. Following the examination of the electronic device, it was confirmed that the couple was involved in making the child sexual material in large value. According to the CBI, the videos were sold to buyers which are also included for foreign nationals. The accused used dark web to sell these videos. Intensive probe revealed that as many 33 victims were abused by the people. The charge sheet also included statements of the people aged between 4 to 22. CBI also nabbed the man from Delhi in connection with the case.
All right, so thanks very much for sharing that with us. We were also joined by social activist Nazia Elahi. Nazia, this is of course a very dreadful case that's coming forth. A couple, a man and a woman, involved in recording pornographic content using minors. The psychology of these people who indulge in such activities?
Yes, good morning and Ram. This kind of heinous crime are increasing day by day, and I think as a social activist and as well as a lawyer, the ignorant behavior of police, the local police, is giving positive signals to do this kind of crime. I can say my practical experience, many of hidden people who hates me are morphing my photos and post it on social media. They spread my son birth certificate. So these kind of heinous crimes are increasing just to ignorant of local police station. That's right. And I feel really very much obliged. CBI are investigate this case, and the delinquent and accused are in death penalty right now. So it's a historical order.
Right, Nazia, well, thanks very much for joining us. Viewers, in fact, we're now going to proceed. All right, before we proceed, in fact, let's go back once again to Nazia. Nazia, well, the couple right now has been sentenced to death by the UP Special Court. What are their options now? Is this sentence most likely to be upheld, or are there going to be further challenges that could be imposed?
Sorry?
As far as the death sentence that has been accorded to the couple, do you think it's going to be upheld, or are they going to exploit legal mechanisms to bring the sentence down?
Of course. There are so many advocates who will appear for them. Because we have so many advocates inside the Supreme Court of India who fight for the justice and for the humanity on the humanity ground for the terrorists. We have seen all this nonsense and obnoxious tasks from those kind of advocates. So I think they will file upper court for the sympathy, for the humanitarian ground, and they were trying to down the death penalty. But I think the judiciary system have to be very strict. The judiciary system have to be very confident, and the judiciary system have to be very positive. If the court had passed the order about death sentence regarding this kind of heinous crime, the judiciary system, upper court, and the Honorable Supreme Court of India have to follow the lower court judgment.
Okay.
I think.
All right, Nazia, thanks very much for joining me. Viewers, we also have Tahira Hassan, women activist, in this conversation. Tahira, thanks very much. Very good morning to you. What's your first comment? How should people indulging in such activities actually be treated by the law? They've of course been handed this death sentence by the UP Special Court, but the higher courts are going to strike down the intensity of the punishment.
Yes, you know, there's one thing is very disturbing, at least for me, that now the educated person are committing such a heinous crime. It proves that education without ethics is most dangerous weapon, you know. And the crime committed, this crime committed in dark, you know, it was planned first and sold then. Complete collapse of fear of law. POCSO is a very strong law, but it is decorated only on paper. I say all the crimes that crime that violence, crime that is rising against children and women, because we have they are not, the strong laws are not implemented. The problem is enforcement of the laws on the ground level. When they are not properly implemented, these type of people, they commit this heinous crime and they get away. Now this person can get stringent punishment, but thing is, evidences must be collected properly and produced in court. If he goes to the highest court, then too, the evidences must be collected by the police investigating agencies in scientific manner and produced in the court. I'm sure that court will look into it, and these persons, they are committed the heinous crime, and they, really shows that they are I will not call them a human being, you know. They can't be called a human being. These Daranjas are what they were doing. Just innocent children, they just They must be from the some oppressed class, or if they're not oppressed class, then so child is child. I mean, they're just planned and in dark and made these videos and sold them just to get money. His wife was also involved into it. Can you imagine? So this is because the completely no fear of law. They were doing, it's not a one day they did. They were continuously doing, repeating it for the money. And he was engineer earning, he was not unemployment. This is more dangerous thing. So I think this stringent punishments must be given to him, to them, and the police and the investigating agencies must collect the foolproof evidences and produce in the court.
All right, Tahira Hassan, thanks very much for joining us